Today I will be talking about malaria. What is malaria? Malaria is caused by protists called Plasmodium parasites. There are 5 types of these parasites that cause malaria, but the most common one is Plasmodium falciparum. Characteristics. It has a ring shape that consists of a nucleus, cytoplasm, as well as a central vacuole. The size is about a fifth the diameter of the erythrocytes. The ring forms have been shown to be very thin and delicate. It has a specific smell that only mosquitoes can sense, and this makes them more attracted to the host. It moves by alternating between phases of rapid gliding and phases of firm adhesion to the surface. Once it's in the body, it moves through the circulatory system. Where does it live and function? First of all, malaria spreads by being bitten by an infected female Anopheles mosquito. They get infected by a previous bone meal taken from an infected person. Until it reaches the host, the protist lives in the mosquito. Then it primarily lives and functions in the liver cells, then in the red cells of the blood. In the liver, primary merocytes released from the ruptured hepatocytes enter into the bloodstream, invade erythrocytes, and develop into ring, tryphocyte, and schizont stages, accumulating in the formation of 16 to 12 mature merocytes. Each of these merocytes can invade a fresh erythrocyte and continue the cyclic asexual blood stage development. Symptoms and protection. Malaria has symptoms which include shaking, chills, headache, muscle aches, and tiredness. Nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may also occur. Malaria may cause anemia and yellow coloring of the skin and eyes because of the loss of red blood cells, and in worst cases you could get cerebral malaria. The way to protect yourself from malaria when you are in places of habit is by wearing a long-sleeve t-shirt, long pants, and a hat, using insectant repellent outside, and using insecticide-treated bed nets when you sleep. The history. Dr. Alphonse Laveran discovered malaria in 1880. In the past, malaria affected every continent except Antarctica, but now it has been beaten in the rich ones. Malaria could have occurred as early as 413 BC with the ancient Greeks. Now it affects large areas of Africa and South Asia, and parts of Central and South America, the Caribbean, Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and Oceania. The death count is approximately 1 to 3 million lives per year, and 15 to 300 million lives in total. The science. A lot of science has been applied to the treatment, testing, and medication of malaria. Since 2021, there has been an approved vaccine called RTS-S by the brand name Mosquirix. It has 77% effectiveness in young children, and it has a strong safety profile because more than 2.3 million doses of the vaccine have been administered in 3 African countries. It requires 4 injections. Professionals say that it could save tens of thousands of young lives each year. The vaccine is very feasible to deliver, cost-effective, and has a 30% reduction in deadly malaria, and has no negative impact on the uptake of bed nets, other childhood vaccines, or health-seeking behavior for other illnesses. The most common type of medication is chloroquine phosphorite, which is getting less effective due to the protist's mutations, and ACT, which its effectiveness depends on the drug pairing. The most common testing of malaria is a blood test every 12 to 24 hours for 2 to 3 days. The prognosis. If someone got infected on November 17th, it would normally take 10 to 4 weeks to get the symptoms, but symptoms could appear as early as 3 days or take as long as 1 year. After that, someone with access to a good hospital and healthcare should get a treatment that will most likely cure their malaria. If a person would get blood tested, they would normally have 2 to 3 days of testing until they get treatment. If someone doesn't have treatment for any reason, it will most likely result in their death. Implications of the malaria vaccine. The economic implications are that because of the prevention of malaria, there is a reduction in the economic burden that comes with experiencing or caring for someone with chronic sicknesses. It is also cost-effective according to the modeling estimates. On the negative side, the creation was very costly because it took 32 years of research and cost more than $700 million. The moral implications are that trials were conducted on children ages 6 to 12 weeks and 5 to 17 months. Also, the vaccination has shown side effects which may harm people even though it's preventing an illness. On the positive side, with the creation of a vaccine, there is fewer sick children, and an estimated 90% of children benefit from at least bed nets or the malaria vaccine. Facts. Malaria is the 3rd largest killer of children between the ages of 1 month and 5 years. About 800 young lives are lost each day due to malaria, and an estimated 90% of malaria deaths occur in sub-Saharan Africa.